EJ Boxing Live here with Mr. James Ali Bashir, the champion maker, one of the most giftedest coach in boxing today. And hey, listen, his fight is gonna be fighting Clarissa Shields coming up. Hey, you know he was there with Manuel Stewart, with Vladimir Klitschko, Lennox Lewis. So obviously, always a pleasure to have Mr. James Ali Bashir. Hey, Mr. Bashir, what's your name of your female fighter again? What's her name again? Mr. Bashir.
Ivana,
Yeah.
Idana,
Yeah.
Hobson, Habazin.
Vanna Hansen. There you
Van Hobson.
Yeah, she fighting Clarissa.
Hobson.
Yeah, she fighting Clarissa Shields when?
October the 5th.
Oh, that's coming up soon, man. How's training good? She good? How's she looking in training?
The training is coming along, you know. You never can train enough, you know. The longer you have to train, the more technical properties that you gather over time, you know. So we're still training and we're still in the progress of getting better.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So let's talk about the fights on the weekend, man, because that's what we're here for, man.
Oh, my God. Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, I want to go straight to it because there's no other fight on the weekend worthy. Well, there is actually. It's Devin Haney and there was Jaime Munguia, but I think we're just going to start straight off. Tyson Fury's performance against Otto Wallin. The southpaw gave Tyson trouble. You know, it wasn't expected. It's a lot of people say the cherry pick got wrong. Ben Davis comments a lot of criticism. What's your overall take on Tyson's performance? And do you think at this stage in his career, do you think he needs to go back to Peter Fury, or what's your take in the training situation? What's this overall viewpoint?
Well, I mean, you fought back, but in my opinion, I think that Tyson Fury just did what Otto Wallin allowed him to do. Otto Wallin had the opportunity of a lifetime, and because of him surrendering into his fatigue state, he blew it. You know, he had the opportunity to possibly stop Tyson Fury, and he had the energy to do it, but he tied it.
100%.
I think the excitement got. I think he got a little overexcited, might have exerted himself a little more. You know, whatever the case was, I think that he got tired and he couldn't take advantage of the position that he had Tyson Fury in.
100%. Do you think Tyson?
I thought that he hurt Tyson Fury a second time after the cut.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he landed another left hand that kind of shook up Tyson Fury.
Mm-hmm.
But it only let me know and understand that Tyson Fury can beat Deontay Wilder, as I've been saying all along.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think the Otto Wallin might be better than we thought, or Tyson's or something?
Pardon me, what you say?
You think that the Otto Wallin is better than we thought, or Tyson's on the decline?
I can't understand what you're saying.
See the Otto, the guy who fought Tyson Fury. Do you think he's better?
Yeah.
He was better than what we thought, or do you think Tyson's on the decline?
I think that Otto Wallin surprised a lot of people. I think that he was better than what most people thought that he was. I thought most people thinking that he would get blown out of there inside of 5 or 6 rounds. I think that he's just better than people thought that he was.
Yeah. I think so as well, man. I think it was, man. I think it just if he fights Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, it doesn't look good, does it? It doesn't really look good, right?
Well, you know, the way Tyson Fury looked last night, he could have problems with a couple of heavyweights. You know,
You think
he could have problems.
Go ahead.
He could have problems with a couple of heavyweights. The way that he looked last night, but again, styles makes fights.
Mm-hmm.
You never can tell.
Mm-hmm. On that performance, you think if he thought Alexander Usyk would beat him?
I've been saying all along that Usyk beats him. You know, Usyk would have cleaned his clock if he had cut. Usyk cut Tyson Fury like that day. He would have cleaned Tyson's clock last night.
Yeah, I think so as well. Man. I think Usyk, you could see Tyson. Even Vladimir on that performance, Vladimir would have beat him easily, handily. You know, people.
Yeah, I mean, I thought maybe the cut befundled Tyson a bit. I think the loss of blood, in his eye, and some. I think these things befundled him a little bit. It slowed him down a little bit. Certainly, the loss of blood slowed him down some, and the blood coming in his eye slowed him down a bit. And his corner just couldn't help him. They couldn't deliver. They couldn't provide the information that he needed. Again, he got away with Outer Wallen allowed him to get away with. A more seasoned professional fighter would have taken advantage of that cut and able to stop it.
100%. I think so as well, man. I think so.
I think they would have stopped it.
Yeah.
I think that again, I thought that he got hurt after that. He got hurt with another left hand, and he was there for the taking. But Outer Wallen just couldn't muster up the energy to go in and take advantage of it. Fury kept thinking his head into it. I was just watching the fight, and I was thinking, when's Outer Wallen going to throw an uppercut while Fury got his head bent down like that? He never threw the uppercut. He never threw the uppercuts. He was his position, the position that he was given him in an effort to protect his eye. He just never threw the uppercut. He never really jumped on him after that. He didn't have the energy to do it,
Yeah. They were saying he reckoned he lost too much weight too fast.
Who?
Fury. They reckon it's down to the weight. His dad was saying.
Lost a lot of weight too fast. And this and that. Everybody got a song in the dance. He just got hit with a clean punch and an open cut. And once the cut came, like I said, it defunded Tyson a bit. It threw him off, he just was able to get a guy that just didn't know how to take advantage of that cut. A guy like Vladimir Klitschko would have get a number on him. They would have cleaned his clock. He would stop him.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You know what, yeah? I was actually going over, changing the subject slightly. I was going over Vladimir's fights when you first came on board. Which was the first fight which you guys was it the Peterson fight? Was that the first fight? The Peterson first fight? Was that the first fight that you actually was in the corner with Manny Ostud? Or
I think I was no, I wasn't. I came on after he was knocked out by Ramon Busta.
Yeah.
The fight after that.
Yeah, that was it. The fight after that was Peterson. Was that Peterson, right? And the Manny came on board.
It was DeVal Williamson.
DeVal Williamson. And he won that fight.
It was DeVal Williamson. That's the fight that I first came into the Vladimir Klitschko camp on.
And then after that, he fought Samuel Peterson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw you. That's the time because I was watching the clip, right? Because I think I might have skipped that on his career. Because I was watching over his career to see how great he was. Because really advised when I was watching Vladimir, and this is just me in general. I thought, he's okay. But then I look at him and I look at some of the other guys. I said, Vladimir, that guy he's a legit badass. He said going into the fight with Peterson, Emmanuel Stud had Vladimir sparring over 100 rounds, and that conditioning he did helped him to get through Samuel Peterson. Talk about the preparation. We're going to get onto AJ and Ruiz, but in terms of the preparation, is so key for some of these fighters for their performances. So Vladimir was reportedly done over 100 rounds in preparation with Manuel Stu. Is that correct, right? Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. I think that preparation is key for most of the fighters of the past and of the present. Um, Vladimir Klitschko always brought in, and Lennox Lewis.
Hmm.
They always brought in the best sparring partners that money could buy.
Yes.
They
Yes.
weren't afraid of challenges. They were not afraid of challenges. I remember Vladimir Klitschko trying to get me to bring in Shannon Briggs to spar with him, and I was training Shannon Briggs.
Hmm.
I was training Shannon Briggs and Vladimir Klitschko at the same time. And Vladimir asked me to have Shannon Briggs come into camp with him. After he invited Dillian White, Anthony Joshua, Jarrell Miller. I mean, Vladimir Klitschko always been the who's who of the heavyweight division, and Lennox Lewis did the same thing.
Hmm.
So their preparation was definitely that their preparation was definitely key. I think that any fighter in sport could show them any surprises because they always wanted a diversity of great sparring partners. And they
So,
didn't turn down these sparring partners. These guys was doing, 12 and 15 rounds in the camp with 6 or 7 guys. They would bring in fresh sparring partners, and they would be exhausted, but they would still push through those rounds. And I'm not talking about one time or 2 times, I'm talking about many times.
mm, mm,
And that's something that listen from today's boxers. Today's boxers, they got all these different concepts about what preparation is.
mm. 100%.
As a result of it, now you can see how now you could really see just how good Vince Lee and Vladimir Klitschko was. People could really see it. And Lennox Lewis, you could really observe just how good those guys were
Yeah.
because of the longevity that they had.
Yes.
How long they stayed in the saddle.
Yeah. They in the saddle.
These guys
Yeah.
now can
Look.
hold the title 5 years in a row,
Yeah.
much less 10 or less than 12 years.
100%, man. And that's all to do.
No,
Yeah, that's true. That's all to do with preparation, right?
preparation is key. Preparation is key. I remember Evander Holyfield um, saying that in his preparation for Mike Tyson,
Mm-hmm.
he was getting beaten up by one of his farm partners. And I remember his name was Gary Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Bell was one of the most outstanding amateur heavyweights in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
and maybe even the world at that time. And Evander said that he felt a little dejected because he said, every time you to fight my Tyson and my sparring partners are kicking my ass.
Yeah.
But that was a testimony to the type of sparring that those guys were doing in preparation for fights.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really get back for a championship unless you have good sparring.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt very seriously that most guys who won world championships at any weight had a nonsense sparring. You always get good sparring partners.
100%, man. 100%. Well, I can guarantee that the preparation for Tyson Fury, I don't think he was doing that. This guy was too busy celebrating and forgot about I had to fight properly because that autumn, that Southpaw guy from Holland or wherever, Denmark, wherever, he came with a good game plan. He didn't go for Tyson's head. He threw the punches to the belly, and Tyson couldn't do all that head movement stuff. And he cut Tyson with a legit punch. It was a legit punch he landed and cut, and that cut was in the second round. It was awful. That clutch, yeah, was like Vladimir versus Lewis, but it didn't. But that was worse because it was under the eye and it kept opening. But that cut was horrible. That was a horrid gash. And Wilder's gonna target that when they fight. I can see Wilder targeting it.
Well, Tyson got away last night. Like I said, Alan Welling got tired, he got exhausted, and I think that Tyson coming at him like that there, he was met with Alan Welling's psyche. He hit with his mental psyche, and he caused Alan Welling to wear himself out. And he got a little excited. When you get excited like that, it's going to rob you of your energy. The best thing to do is just try to stay cool, keep it calm, and try to be professional if you can. But I think Arawala got a little excited. I think he got a little de-energized, if you will, and it caught him the fight. He had it. He had it.
Yeah.
He had it. He had it. He had him right there on the hook. He had it. Be cool and do what needs to be done.
100%. Well, tell you what, man, people are all commenting like they're experts now. Tyson was never that good. He's blown up. He's overhyped. All this stuff has come out now after.
In my opinion, I think if Tyson Fury wasn't so big, we wouldn't be having this conversation now.
Yeah.
I think his biggest thing, the biggest guarantee that he has in boxing is that he's a big guy. And he has some skills. But I always said that if somebody take the fight to him, all that flipping and sliding, all that fancy movement, I do this, I do that. He do that with some poor fighters, but he don't do that with good professional fighters. Nah, he's not going to get away with that with good professional fighters. Twisting and turning and gyrating, and people make a big, ooh, he's so fast, he's so slick. He does that with subpar heavyweight fighters. He's not doing that with the elite competition.
No.
I think that our conversation that we have, and that we would be having this conversation. If Tyson Fury was 6'4", we won't be having this conversation right now. In my opinion. He's a good fighter, but that's all that he is, a good fighter.
Yeah. 100%.
He's a good fighter. He has a lot of heart, but if he wasn't 6'9", we wouldn't be having this conversation. If he was 6'3", 6'4", we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. It's just it's one of them things that
these are the people that's going overboard and being hyped up about what Tyson Fury does. Is people who's come to boxing relatively late, maybe the last 15, 20 years. But I've been around the sport for a very long time, a very, very long time. And I'm sitting and my feeling is that if Tyson Fury wasn't 6'9", we wouldn't be having this conversation. 6'4", 6'3", we would be having this conversation.
Yeah, that's a good point. And that's nothing. That guy is tall as well. Tyson, you can see he struggled. He struggles against guys tall. He fights better against shorter opponents. But that guy wasn't too short, and he was right in front of him. And if that guy could hit,
I think that guy was like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, he was. I think it was 6'5", 6'5". You know what I mean? And he was right there. And he had long arms. And he was right in front of Tyson. And he was southpaw. And listen, he took that and made a name for himself. I went the distance against the Lino Chap. Almost like
Tyson was fighting.
Go ahead.
Literally, Cliff Jones. If Tyson was fighting Lennox Lewis, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
100%. But listen to this. When Vladimir fought when Vladimir fought, what's that guy's name again? Brian Jennings. When you was in the corner, that was his whole claim to fame. He was talking. Remember, you said like Klitschko, you need to stop him. It was like our first fight in America for a while, and he went the distance with Brian Jennings, and Brian Jennings was making noise of that, and then Brian Jennings thought he was good, but when he went in,
in my opinion, that was the first sign. That was the first sign that Vladimir Klitschko wasn't exposing the fact that he was missing the presence of Emmanuel Stewart, because my feeling was that he had no business going to distance with Brian Jennings. Brian Jennings was a good fighter, but that's all that he was. Vladimir Klitschko never stepped up in that fight. He took charge.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time that Emmanuel's absence was evident, because Emmanuel Stewart would have been screaming to the top of his lungs to take out Brian Jennings, step up, and take him out.
Yeah.
The way Luis Ortiz did it. Ortiz came in the ring with Brian Jennings and said, "No, we're not going to play games tonight. Boom, bang, bang, get out of here. You're gone."
Yeah. Right.
And I thought that Vladimir Klitschko wanted to impose and Vladimir Klitschko had imposed his will on Brian Jennings. Gamble, because it's always a gamble when you're in there. You gamble a little bit and you get to be the. I think Vladimir Klitschko took Brian Jennings out, but instead he allowed Brian Jennings to get comfortable in the fight, and as a result, they went the distance.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I didn't like it.
Yeah, and you know what?
I didn't like it.
And you know what? When Vladimir fought Anthony Joshua, I could see what you were talking about when he put his foot on the gas when he went after Joshua hit Vladimir down. When Vladimir was bleeding, he got off the canvas. Then you saw what Vladimir was about. But hey, so who this? Nah, Vladimir stepped his foot on the gas and gambled, went straight for AJ, and he almost took him out, man. He almost took AJ out. That I tell you, man.
The problem is what this young kid Ben Davis did. Like that, you can't play games in professional boxing. There's no substitute for wisdom and application in a boxing corner.
No
you
doubt.
can't play tic-tac-toe in professional boxing.
Mm-hmm.
All right? When Vladimir Klitschko had Anthony Joshua down the floor, his instructions in that corner, Jonathan Banks, Victor Klitschko, his instruction was, don't go out the next round all out. Take it easy, relax, be cool. But my feeling is the only one that could benefit from that kind of situation was the younger man.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua was, what, 29 years old?
Yeah.
Vladimir was, what, 41 years old?
Yeah.
So you need to go out there next round and jump on him and try to end this fight. And if you saw Anthony Joshua the next round, he still hadn't cleared his head. He still was a little bit shaky, and he started putting himself together towards the end of the next round. But in the early stages of the second round, the round after Vladimir had down, he was still shaky. So my feeling was to jump on him, to gamble, to roll dice, But later on in the round, he got himself together, and everybody knows he came back, and at the end of it all, he stopped Vladimir in the very next round.
Mm. Yeah, he did. He let him recover. But that's the
so advice, knowledge, application is very, 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 very valuable in those corners.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them. Mm-hmm. But there's a time in every fight, and when you have a person in a predicament, you got to roll the dice. And I'm not saying that you got to go all out, but you got to put some calculated pressure on the person to see what's happening with them. Tyson Fury was deeply cut last night. I think that if Alan Waller has stepped up a little bit, just stepped on the gas a bit, he would have got
it. Yeah, 100%.
He looked very, very vulnerable at that stage of the fight. I think that Alan Waller had the energy to step up. He would have stopped Tyson Fury last night.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, so they're talking about. So what do you think about the trainer then? You think they should change the trainer?
I mean, you tell me. You saw it.
I'll tell you this, right? When Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder,
they couldn't even stop the bleeding.
Yeah. When Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder that first fight, he had Ricky Hatton and he had Freddie Roach. They're extremely more experienced than Ben Davis, and they were helping out prepare Tyson for the Wilder fight. They wasn't around. They weren't around. And then you see the performance now. You know what I mean? You saw all that stuff. Maybe that might help. So I think he could benefit from a new trainer, man.
I think Ben Davis was in the corner. I think that he sounded like an internet trainer.
internet trainer.
He sounded like he had read a book. Mix your punches, go up downstairs, come back upstairs when it's applicable. If you hit him when you're upstairs, then go ahead and get him. But that's like he read a book on the internet how to do that. You can't substitute application. You can have knowledge and don't have no application. You can have application with no knowledge. But the key to it have success with the two of them is to have two of them applied at the same time, not separately.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that Ben Davis could benefit from being an apprentice. He should work under another trainer and learn the do's and don'ts of boxing. But 25 years old, I mean, that's a big young. That's like making mockery of boxing. You know, it's like making mockery for people. You know, on ESPN saying that Ben Davis is doing that, Ben Davis is doing. Ben Davis didn't have anything to guide Tyson with in that corner last night. Not in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like to me. So
if you have Alexander who's second and left hand, Tyson would have got his ass whooped if he got stopped.
yeah. He
got stopped.
Yeah, on that before, yeah, 100%. Alexander Usyk will stop, man, 100%. Yeah. So the train continues. That cut. How long do you reckon that cut's gonna take to heal?
Pardon me?
How long do you reckon the cut of Tyson Fury is gonna take to heal?
Well, that was a bad cut. It was deep and it was growing as the fight went. So it might take him 4 or 5 months for that cut to heal.
Oh, that's a long time.
The whole idea for a cut to heal, a cut like that to heal, it's on the eye bone, it's on top of the bone. So the whole idea for a cut like that to heal, the cut has to heal from the inside out, not from the outside in. It may look on the outside to be healed, but on the inside is where it has to heal. It has to heal outwardly, not inwardly.
That's interesting.
So it's gonna take them 4, maybe 5 months, maybe even 6 months for that cut to even get close to heal.
Well, he's scheduled.
And the first time a guy like Deontay Wilder hit that cut, it's gonna open again.
They're scheduled to fight Wilder in February.
Yeah, that might be enough time.
Yeah. Well, where we at? September, November, December. No, October. Sorry, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, January, February. Yeah.
I would try to push it up. I would try to push it up to try to make it to March, April. I would try to go with that cut like that now because if Deontay Wilder is, it's going to open.
Yeah, well, I think something else is going to open when Deontay Wilder hits him. I can tell you that. Wilder's sitting there watching all these heavyweights go down. All the UK fighters look. Anthony Joshua gone down. Tyson Fury didn't look like good. Wilder looks like he's coming into his prime, man. Well, I mean, Wilder's performance against Brazil was awesome, and I don't know what's going on with him and Ortiz. So,
the fight's going to happen. Ortiz is going to get blown out earlier this time.
Yeah.
Wilder is the guy to beat in the heavyweight division. I used to think just a couple of years ago that Wilder wasn't the guy because of his fundamentals. Everybody knew that he could punch, but his fundamentals made him look so vulnerable to me that I said, no, he can't be, that he can be beat. But now I think differently. I think that he's the guy to beat because he's been through some situations in that ring. He's been through some situations and he fought back and he stood up and he stood in and he can fight.
100%. All right,
if Wilder gets you on the hook, you don't get off that hook.
Yeah, 100%. But I think he's sitting back in the car. All right, we got a couple of announcements though. Mayweather's doing an exhibition with Manny Pacquiao in Japan. Did you see the video? What do you think of that?
Mayweather's doing an exhibition with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, in Japan. Yeah, he just announced it yesterday, 2 days ago.
Doing an exhibition with Pacquiao.
Yeah, exhibition fighting Pacquiao. Yeah, in Japan. Yeah, apparently.
Okay, all right. So Mayweather's making some more free money. So what else is new?
What's the exhibition though? What? I know it ain't a scheduled fight, but
I can't even tell you. It's just a hustle way. It's a way for the line his pockets and more power to him. Yeah. Line his pockets like the did, more power to him.
All right, cool. All right.
I'm not mad with him. I ain't mad with him.
All right. So we got some young fighters. There were some young fighters on the weekend. Devin Haney, they say he's the next Floyd Mayweather. Devin Haney, he's the he won eliminated to fight Lomachenko for the WBC championship. Did you see the fight? And what's your opinion of Devin Haney?
I didn't see the Devin Haney fight. I didn't see it.
Oh, that's a shame. Mike McCallum's in his corner. Mike McCallum's helping out as well because I think he trains out of Vegas. But what's your take? What's your opinion of Devin Haney? Even though you didn't see that fight, what's your opinion of him?
He's a pretty solid professional fighter. You know, he's growing. I don't know that he's ready for a Lomachenko right now, but he's a pretty solid fighter. His technical skills are pretty up the par, and I don't know whether he's ready for a Lomachenko yet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He seems a bit green. He's only he's only 20, so yeah, a bit more seasoning. I think so he's fighting on the undercard of KSI versus Logan Paul. What do you think of that fight? And a lot of people think it's a mockery of boxing. You have Billy Joe Saunders and Devin Haney on the undercard of KSI and Logan Paul 2. Eddie Hearn's promoting it. What's your take on that?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Did you see that? Did you hear about?
I was interested in one fight. And that was Tyson Fury versus Adam Waller. I didn't see the other fight, so I can't make any assessment on it.
No, the fight hasn't happened. I'm talking about a promotional. Eddie Hearn's promoting KSI versus Logan Paul. Do you even know who they are?
No, I don't.
Oh, shame. Well, they're apparently okay. Well, they're making their professional debut on the thing. They're YouTubers and they're fighting. But okay, near the time maybe you might hear about it, so I'll leave that. No, what about Jaime Munguia? He fought Mexican Independent Day. He fought a Ghanaian fighter. He won easily.
You know, I was watching the fight. Me and Fano was watching the fight, and I was losing like Munguia looks so big to be a junior middleweight. He looks big. He looks thick and big.
Yeah.
To be 154. You know, he's a big guy.
Uh-huh.
I think a more powered boxer. I saw one time when they were trying to match him up with Canelo Alvarez, and he would come. Canelo Alvarez would knock him out. Canelo Alvarez is just too good a boxer for Munguia. Munguia was missing punches. You know, he's a strong puncher, but he was missing punches and he was getting counter punches pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to see him in there with a Charlo. You know. One of those other middleweight contenders. I'd like to see him in it with those guys.
Okay, yeah, I like to see him against some of them guys as well. I think the Charlie's at middleweight. What do you think of Billy Joe Saunders though? He's at super middleweight. Billy Joe Saunders at super middleweight. Hold on 1 second. Someone's calling me. 1 second, Mr. Bashir. Let me sort this out. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, we'll continue. Go ahead, Mr. Bashir. Oh, Billy Joe Saunders, yeah. What do you think?
Billy Joe Saunders is just a crafty, slick guy. You know, he's a very difficult guy to box. He's a lefty, and he knows how to slip slide and all that other stuff. You know, he's a pretty good boxer.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. At super middleweight, they're talking about him and Callum Smith eventually fighting.
Him and Callum Smith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, who cares?
Okay, yeah, no one cares. No one cares, right? It's all about the heavyweight. Okay, let's talk about something with meat. I'm gonna put some meat on the bone now. Derek Chisora. I don't know if you saw in the week. You probably did. So Derek Chisora at the press conference, and apparently him and Joseph Parker are not the main event. And Derek says, if I'm not the main event, I deserve more money. Why am I and I'm not giving my audience a fight to put these little guys on the fight? You know what I mean? And because they're 140, they're trying to unify. They're 1 and 2. Both of them are champions. Josh Taylor, Regis Progress. Did you see the press conference? And what's your take on Derek Chisora's comments?
I can sympathize with him. Because Derek Chisora is a bigger name than those two guys, Taylor Progress. You know, I think that Derek was made a statement that he should be the main event, and that many people were coming out to see him fight. So yeah, I kind of agree with him.
Oh, you
It's not like it's like Progress and Taylor, like they were big names. So Derek was saying, look, I'm drawing the people to this show. I should be the main event. Or not the main event, pay me more money.
Yeah.
Or either take me off the card, or either take me off the card.
Yeah.
So I stood out with what he said, because most of the people that will be there that night will be there to see Derek Chisora.
100%. But that's what a lot of people agree with him. Like, I think he should get more money. I think they've resolved it. I think they might have made a cover, but no one. It's true that fight. Derek Chisora and the heavyweights. The heavyweights are back, man. The money's back. The money's there in the heavyweights. There's a lot of money in the heavyweights, man. Because they're interesting. They're very good. I mean, they're not a Vladimir level, but in terms of extras, but they're very excited. I mean, who's going to win out of Joseph Parker?
Derek Chisora is an exciting heavyweight fighter. You can depend on action with Derek Chisora fight, so I can understand where he's coming from. You don't know what's going to happen when Derek Chisora steps in the ring, but you can bet your ass that something is going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know how long him and David Haig will be around for, because David's supposed to be his manager and promoter, and David should have sorted that out beforehand. You know what I mean? Don't you think you've been with Vladimir. Vladimir would never say something like that. Well, Vladimir's never have to worry about money like that. But don't you think?
I might have David and Derek probably talking before he even got on that podium.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
David and Derek probably talking before they got on that podium.
Yeah. He probably stiffened him. Eddie's trying to stiff them and stuff like that. So, Sonny Boy can fight. Oh, do you see the fight in the UK? Sonny Edwards.
Who?
Sonny Edwards. He was fighting on the card in the UK. No, you probably didn't see it, man. The UK probably local.
No, I didn't.
Okay, all right then. So let's talk about give some attention to obviously your fighter. How's your fighter gonna? How's she gonna go about and beat Clarissa Shields? Go ahead.
And he's going to be in the best shape possible. Mental shape, physical shape, spiritual shape. We come in to fight. We come to offer Clarissa Shields something that she hasn't seen in her professional career, and we want to capitalize on her do's and don'ts, her wills and wants. We're going to try to capitalize on those things.
You gonna elaborate some more? Because she Clarissa.
No, I don't. No.
Okay. All right. Clarissa. So what way they fight?
I don't want to let the cat out the bag. Yeah. But I want to just keep it private, and we'll get in the ring. We'll see how everything pans out.
Yeah. All right. So Clarissa, she's pretty. What are they fighting at middleweight?
We're gonna fight at junior middleweight.
Oh, 154. Okay. All right.
Yes.
154. All right. So
yes,
that's interesting. That she suits your. Is your fighter a natural 154 pounder?
Ivana House is a natural 147, but she moved up to win the IBO middleweight title because she couldn't get the fight with
Cecilia Brækhus?
Southern girl.
Cecilia Brækhus.
Yes, Cecilia Brækhus. We couldn't get that fight, so Ivana moved up.
Okay.
She moved up and won the IBO middleweight title, and now she's moving back down. But she's a natural 140, 47. That's a natural weight. That's a natural position.
So
Larissa is a bigger, thicker girl, But the scales might be even at 154. It'll be a good fight.
What are they fighting for? They fighting for any belt? Clarissa ain't got no belt at 154.
They're fighting for the WBO junior middleweight title, and they're fighting for the WBC diamond belt.
Who's got them belts? Who holds them belts then at 154?
At the WBO, I don't think nobody does.
So he's fighting for a vacant belt. But what about the other belt? Is that they both vacant? They both vacant, right?
Yeah, obviously they're both vacant. You know, the WBC Diamond Belt and the WBO World Middleweight Junior Middleweight title. So they're both vacant.
Oh, that used to be held by what's her name again? Hannah Gabriels. She might have vacated the belt.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
she used to hold the belt.
cool, man. That's a good fight, man. Hey, man. So, what kind of style? Tell us a bit about her. Like, what kind of fighting style does she have? Your fighter.
She's mostly a boxer puncher. You know, she moves well around the ring. She has good speed, good accuracy. You know, and she's a good fighter. She's a good all-around fighter. She's a two-time world champion. So that's tells people something.
In
You
what?
know, and
In boxing?
both of them are vying for their third championship, world championship. So
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, she's two-time professional world champion.
yeah, she won. She had the IBF welterweight championship, and she won the WBO. I mean the IBO middleweight championship.
Ah, so she's been going up and down the way. So they're meeting. Okay, but this should be good, man. Well, I'm looking forward. Look forward to that. So, hey, Mr. Bashir, how is it like? Obviously, training women different from men. Like, what kind of things that are good and
It's not that. It's not. You know, it's different because it's 2 minutes. You know, I think that the women deserve to fight 3 minutes. I think the women deserve to fight 3 minutes. I think they deserve a little more respect because they put in the same labors that men put in. You know, the same labors. Aside from the men, women, they're doing the same things. I mean, the sparring is rough. The calisthenics, the conditioning is rough and tough. I think they deserve to fight 3 minutes. I think they're capable of doing it.
mm,
I think they're very capable of doing it.
100%, man? Well, I can see that.
A lot of people don't think so, but after working with Ivana, I mean, aside from them being females, they go through the same rigors, the same preparation. They get hit day in and day out. They got to struggle and try to survive through the spar without getting injured.
Hmm.
You know, you have to be crafty and skillful just not to get injured in a fight.
Hmm. That's true, man. Well, she's got her shot, man. If she upset, she can shock the world, man. If you win the fight, man, she gonna shock the world. I'll tell you that right now. Hey,
Yeah, I'd like for that. I'd like to be a part of that. I really would like to be a part of that. And we're trying hard. Believe me, we're trying hard.
mhm. And you got Savannah Marshall on the rise as well. She's another one.
I, I think that different fighters have different approaches to battle. Um, Clarissa Shields, as one of my friends alluded to, that she uses a lot of Mike Tyson and Bernard Hopkins tactics. She tries to drain her opponents before they get in the ring.
Mm,
You know, trash talking and this and that and this and that and this and that. So it just takes the disciplined mind to approach the fight. You know, we list George from there, there, and that's part of fighting. You know, intimidation is part of fighting. A lot of those opponents were drained when they got in the ring. You know, Frank Bruno was drained when he got in the ring both times with Mike Tyson. He was drained mentally, emotionally.
okay, yeah.
And such is the case with Clarissa Shields. So it takes a disciplined mind, the steadfast mind that's saying, look, I know what I'm doing. You can talk all you want. I know what I'm doing. I'm prepared for the fight. You know, when you get past all that good stuff, you still got to get in the ring and fight. Buster Douglas didn't buy into it with Mike Tyson. All right? Jermaine Taylor didn't buy into it versus Hopkins. Twice he beat Hopkins.
Mm,
You know, twice. He beat Hopkins when Hopkins was still Hopkins. And Jermaine didn't buy into it and he beat him twice.
mm. 100%, man.
So it's all part of boxing. You just gotta. It's just like like a rodeo. How long can you stay in the saddle? So you just gotta be focused and going to do your job.
It's 100%, man. What else we gonna talk about? Okay. I think that's it. Any other news you got in boxing, Mr. Bashir?
Right now, my focus is on Ivana Hobson versus Clarissa Shields. My entire focus is on that. I haven't even spoken to the other fighters that I'm working with because my entire focus is on winning this fight.
Yeah, Glad Sarenko, and you ain't talking to Glad. You're busy. You're busy. You're just completely focused on her fight. You expect then the results the training you put in for her to upset, right?
They'll say it's an upset, because Clarissa Shields is the person to beat right now. But when Ivana wins the fight, I won't consider it an upset. It'll be newsworthy, but not upset for me.
You gonna get boy. Listen, I know that no one's really talking about it, but I thought I'd bring it up because I remember I see the press conference. I see you there with Clarissa Shields. You know what I mean? The whole thing. It was quite some time ago, but like October. Listen, we just round the corner. You know what I'm saying? What's the date again? October the what? October the what, Mr. Bashir?
October 5.
October the 5. So how many weeks we looking? What, 3?
3 weeks.
3 weeks from now. So boy, you got fight week. Where are they fighting?
They're fighting in Clarissa Shields' hometown.
Oh, Flint, Michigan, man. Was it on Showtime?
Yes.
Oh man. So the women's have got the main event, fighting for the belts, everything on the line. She's pound for pound. She is powerful. In my opinion, she's pound for pound number 1. I mean, I know that they give it to Cedar Brackets, but man, I think Clarissa Shields is doing more work at the minute, so I give it to Clarissa Shields. I think she's pound for pound number 1 right now. I mean,
yeah, I think that Clarissa Shields would be pound for pound number 1. And you can't be in a position and say, "Oh, I'm not going to fight this person because I don't respect them, or I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do." So Cecilia Brecklaus can't be pound for pound number 1. Clarissa Shields is pound for pound number 1 because she accepted the fight. She's fighting the names that's visible, and Cecilia Brecklaus is not. So I think Clarissa Shields is number 1 right now.
I agree with you 100%. 100%. Mr. Bashir, we're gonna break on that to hour 45. Hey, Mr. Bashir, did anyone catch you on social media? Anyone catch you on social media where they can catch up with any fighters interested in signing with you and stuff? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Precision Craft Dash, and you can find me on Facebook on Ali Bashir or Bass Ali.
Dash
You
Ali.
can find me on Facebook, either one.
Oh.
Bass, you Bass BAS dash AMIN.
I'm gonna put
Bass BAS dash EL dash AMIN or Puggers PUGGERS Ali Bashir on Facebook.
Well, I'm friends with you anyway, so I'm gonna put it in the description box. But I thought I'd let you say it out. Mr. Bashir, it's always been a pleasure. And listen, I always like your live reactions. Ingram's probably gonna hit you up soon, so I thought I might get in before you get Ingram, because over there on BF.
Ingram. Yeah. You and Ingram, I talk to you guys more than I talk to anybody, because most people now, they don't understand the logistics about boxing.
Mm.
They're looking for just a story, but they're not looking for in-depth knowledge of the sport of boxing. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate Ingram, because you guys have always been there for many years. You guys have been there. You guys always sought me out. So when I do break into boxing, probably before I die, you guys get this crack at my interview with me.
Hey, hey, more than anything, yeah, because I know you've got all that. You've got like a treasure chest of knowledge I never forget how you told me how to break down the southpaws. And I always look. I ain't gonna lie. Ingram spent time with you, and I saw him in your training methods. I'm more interested in the golden nuggets in your head because you know some stuff, yeah, how to get the most successful way for your fighter to win in terms of their preparation. And I ain't never forget when you told me how to break the southpaw. And I used that knowledge when I was amateur for my fighters to be successful fighting southpaws. You know what I mean? So any little box of knowledge you share with me, like it is gold. It does not go nowhere. And I'm still waiting for some more knowledge that but you drop. But like you say, if I want knowledge from you, I'm gonna have to pay you. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to do a book, Mr. Bashir. Mr. Bashir.
I would like to do a book. Ingram is supposed to help me do one. I want to do a book. I'm anxious to do one.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that I have something to offer. And I like to do it because everybody got to check out sometime. I can't do this for forever. But I love boxing.
Yeah.
I love boxing. I love talking boxing, and those nuggets that I have in my head are time tested. Those are time tested. I learned them over a long period of time, and I'm still learning. I'm still looking to learn too, but I don't learn very much from the young people that's in the sport because young people don't want to get in line. They don't want to pay their dues to learn the sport.
Well, I tell you what. When you do your book, make sure you do it audio as well, so you have for the people who are maybe are blind that they can listen to your voice.
Yeah, that's thoughtful. Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna start making moves after this fight with Ivana. I haven't been in this is just. I'm gonna start on that. I'm gonna start settling down, start doing my memoirs and stuff, and get ready for it. Do the book.
Hey, what about you? Say you want a gym in London? Now you want a gym in London? You still on that? I mean, boy. I don't mind seeing that a gym in London, or you gone off the idea now? You're not really on that.
I would like to do. I would like to do that. I would like to do a gym in London. I would like to do that. Just here, there, I'm all over the world. And I want to take time to do that.
What you want? You want amateurs? What you want? Amateurs? Or you want pros? What you want to do?
I'm a bit past the amateur stage now. I can get pointers and probably work with a couple of guys, but primarily I would be working with pros, and most likely I would be working with light heavyweights and cruiserweights and heavyweights.
Yeah.
Not saying I would dismiss the other weights, but most likely I'm interested more so in the big guys. At this point in my life, I just don't want to spread myself too thin.
Yeah, because the base in London was very good because at a minute London is essential because I know you in South Africa, you're in the Ukraine, and you're in different parts of Europe. The London is good because like you've got a lot of UK up and coming talent where they can meet you there where it's easy for you to go hotel, get freshened up. In the morning I've got this guy, I got that guy I'm gonna work with. And I guaranteed if you was in London,
I'll be watching the British fighters. I'll be watching them. There's some good fighters. There's some good fighters coming out of that area.
Yeah.
Good fighters.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's there anyway. You know what I mean? Like you said, just spreading thin. Anyway, all roads lead to Clarissa Shields.
What's the young man's name? I just saw a fight the light heavyweight.
Light heavyweight? Oh, you talking about Anthony Yard? Anthony Yard, right? Anthony Yard.
Huh?
Anthony Yard.
Not Yard.
Oh, what?
What's the other light heavyweight?
Joshua Boatsy?
Yeah, Boatsy.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, a lot of people like him.
I like him. I see some things in him,
Yeah.
He's still a bit green, he makes a little error here, a little error there, but I like it for the most part. I like it's that.
He hit the guy low in the balls and around the back of the head in his last fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's to be expected at this stage of his career, but I do like some things that he does. I mean, he makes a little error here and there, and that's to be expected at this point in his career. But I do like him overall.
Yeah, he definitely got a lot of talent, a lot of upside. All right, Mr. Bashir.
And I like Anthony Yard too. I like Yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Yard.
What would you change about Anthony Yard if you had him?
Well, I'm not here to train the trainers, so I won't answer that question. Because every time somebody hear me say something, on the air, they always say to, well, I knew that. Well, since they know that, let them keep that, not without me saying it.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not here to train trainers because I never know when I'm going to be in the opposite corner from one of those trainers. So they'll have to learn what they're going to get on their own, not from me, not here on the air.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
When I come to London to do my master class, then they can learn a few things from me, because they'll have to pay to get it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like the old hustlers say, the game is not to be told, the game is to be sold. So when I come to London to do my master class, they can pay to get in, and I can teach them a few things.
Yo, hey, you know, Mr. Bashir, that's the best advice you ever gave me, right? About making sure people pay for your knowledge. You know what I mean? Y'all out here giving things for free, and then you complain that no one stays with you. Man, when they pay for it, then they know. Then it's a transition. It's a transaction. You get something, they get something, and we can part our ways. But when you give it something for free, then that's why people are so miserable. You know what I'm saying? That's why people sometimes are
The
unhappy.
game is, they said the game is not to be told, the game is to be sold.
Yeah,
When you go down to the drugstore to get a prescription, you have to pay for it, right?
yeah, that's right.
When you go to get your car fixed or get some gasoline for your car, you have to pay for it, right?
100%.
But why should I have to share my secrets or what I've gained over the years, what I've labored for? I've labored for what I have in my head, the stuff that I know, the stuff that I learned from Bob. I paid for that. Believe me, I suffered some of those years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not giving nobody nothing. I'm not giving nobody nothing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Ivana Hobson, Vladimir Klitschko, Lennox Lewis, Sharon Briggs, Jamil McCline, Monty Bat, they all paid me. They paid me for what's in my head. They paid me. They had no problems with it. They had no qualms about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they all paid me.
Mm-hmm.
They had no fun, and they valued me. That's why I was in those camps. That's why I was the trainer in those camps.
Mm-hmm.
Because they valued what I have in my head. So if they pay for it, everybody got to pay for it. What makes anybody else different? What makes them think they think they're going to pull up and get something for free?
Yeah.
Everything costs. Everything costs. If you want a diamond ring for your wife, you got to pay for it. Ain't nobody will give you no diamond ring for your look. So why should I be any different?
Yeah, that's
You know, every time I say something, they say, oh, I do that all the time. So if you know it, well, I'll teach it. You don't need me.
Mm-hmm.
When I come to London to do a master class, you all are welcome.
Oh, that's gonna be good. Oh, that's gonna be real good. That's actually a good idea. That's actually a good idea. You know, have you come and
I want to do it. I want to do it. Come to London and do a master class. They can stay there 6 months or something.
Yeah.
Go all over the area. You can go to Sheffield, all the way up to Sheffield and come back and teach a master's class.
That'd be good, man. Mr. Bashir on the tour Mr. Bashir. Y'all, that'd be good. Me and Ingrams can chronicle the tour as you go, and that'd be like like them rock stars they do like near their career when their career is finished. They doing like a tour of Europe. You know what I mean? Going around and teaching people the right way how to box. You know, that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea. I really like that idea. I think that is a great way.
There's some very talented boxers in Britain, and certainly in London there are some very talented fighters. But they got to be taught the do's and don'ts of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go out there with a lot of heart, a lot of energy, you know, and not know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Because that heart energy will be fast run out of energy. It will fast run out. If you don't know what you're doing out there in boxing, all that enthusiasm will go right out the window like air.
Yeah. I mean, I saw on the weekend. I saw some amateurs boxing, and they started fast, and they were doing this, and they were doing that. Come the middle of the second round, they were finished. That was it, man. You saw who they really were, man. They took an ass whooping. So I saw. I'm serious. They took an ass whooping bad, and I was thinking, some amateur. You know, I'm an amateur judge. You know what I mean? I'm an amateur judge, so I judge amateur fighters. So I was watching some fighters on the weekend, and they start one kid. They said they called him Manny Pacquiao. So he came in, he's moving his head side, and he's doing his hand. Yeah, go on, Manny, and they cheering him on, and he's trying to do with the crowders. And then when it came to the sinners, man, he had nothing left, man. He was just taking a straight ass whipping from the kid who was just throwing straight punches. And that kid started to tee off on him all day. You know, he got like 2 standing counts. Hey, he went the distance though. Good luck to him. But I think he got a rude awakening to the boxing game. And I don't know if he want to fight again after that ass whooping in front of his home crowd, because he got ass whooping. it was a lesson, bro. But you know, but that's how.
Yeah. I tell you something. You know, they have a product in America, and they used to advertise it many years ago, and they used to call the product Accent. AECENT accent. You know what that was? You know what it was?
Good.
It was accent, and it was called accent meat tenderizer. You would sprinkle it on your meat like salt, and it would tenderize tough meat.
Oh, is it?
So, yeah. So what he got last night was some accent meat tenderizer. You can be tough for as long as you want to until that accent get on your ass. With the accent, you know, you become soft.
Yo,
accent meat tenderizer.
Yo, Mr. Bashir, if you saw the ass whooping, you'd be like, oh God. Yo, bro, it was. Listen, and the thing is, Mr. Bashir, I used to coach it. What's this now, Mr. Bashir? This is the funny thing. I used to coach at that gym, right? And me and the trainer wouldn't get along because I told the trainer, the conditioning is very important, but they need to learn the technical side of stuff, yeah? How to break down their opponent, what punches they should use. You know, the whole thing with Sugar Ray Leonard, where he uses his jab up and down the body to work his way in, and you know, little flurries every now and then, so you can press the judges. I was teaching that kind of stuff, straight punches, right? And he said, no, that's not about that. It's about conditioning. It's about this, that, and the third. I said, all right, cool. So there was one young black kid in the corner. I used to call him the Three Amigos. There was 3 of them. They used to come in. They used to always go to the corner. So one of the kids now I was teaching, he was starting to. He's only young. He was about 14. He started to get my style, and then I think he turned 15. Before anything I know it, that guy in the gym had him out on a fight. I was like, okay, I didn't know about this. He go, he's fighting. I go, is he fighting a skills? A skills fight is a fight they do in England in the amateurs, where there's you're allowed 7 bouts of them where you fight and there's no winner. So both kids get the trophy, and it's good because it helps them get it, but they don't have to deal with the idea of losing, but they could show their skills. Now, so the guy in the gym didn't even give him that. He gave him a straight bout, 2 minutes, 3 twos. I said, listen, I'm leaving, and I left. And that's what more power to him. So that gym I went back to, he implemented what he thought, and then the ass whooping, so that's the ass whooping. They got tenderized. That kid got tenderized, man.
I remember a guy that was a really strong fighter, Bernard Hopkins, fought him 3 times.
You talking about Allen? You talking about Allen, isn't it? You talking about Rob Allen?
Rob Allen, he fought 3 times, and he fought Antoine Eccles.
Oh, Anton Eccles, yeah, I saw them fights. Anton Eccles, yeah.
And our conversation now reminds me of Antoine Eccles, because he fought Hopkins 3 times, and Hopkins gave him an educated beating all 3 times. Educated beating. And Robert Allen got beat up by Hopkins too. I saw Robert Allen a few years back, and he wasn't doing that well.
No, I interviewed him. I interviewed him like 5-6 years ago now, and his wife had to talk on the phone because he couldn't. He wasn't very clear, but he was saying, even though I understood him, his voice was you're right. He wasn't doing well. He was telling how Hopkins dived up the ropes. When he fought Bernard Hopkins, he was giving Bernard Hopkins an ass whooping, and going into that fight, his trainer got hit by a car, right? So he dedicated the fight to his trainer.
I remember his trainer got killed, got hit. Him and the dog got hit.
Yeah. And then he dedicated.
I remember well.
Yeah, he dedicated the fight to his trainer.
When I was talking to Alan, his speech was very bad.
Yeah, very bad. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's bad. Him and Junior Jones as well.
Yeah, Junior talks a little clearer than Alan.
Yeah, Allen is hard. It's hard to listen to, right?
Yeah, very difficult to discern what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's why you get you get beaten in the head so much it slurs the speech.
Yep. Yep.
And a lot of times the trainers see that speech being this young kid. Oh man, this young kid was working with Floyd Mayweather. The guy that keep talking about fighting Lomachenko.
He fought Lomachenko.
What's the? No, he's been talking about putting him with Lomachenko.
Oh, he's talking about Tank Davis. Javante Tank Davis.
Yeah, Tank Davis' speech is slurred.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear different things that he says where his speeches become slurred.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it in the early stages. And when that happens, they need to have those young kids examined to see if their brain is intact. But he talks clear now, but I can see little things in his speech where his speech is changing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it could be prevented if they just take a closer look at him now.
Yeah, because he had like 500 amateur fights. You know what I mean? So I could see that. I could see that. Hey, I was.
He had 500 amateur fights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was in the juniors. He was fighting in the juniors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The junior Olympics too. Mm-hmm. So before he got to the Golden Glove. So yeah, a lot of boxing. Sometimes people can have those fights and it won't show no effect. Alexander Usyk, for instance. Mm-hmm. Lomachenko, for instance. Some people can do it, some people can't.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you still talk to Usyk?
I talk to him every now and then.
Oh, that's good.
Vlad Sarenko sparred him when Vlad Sarenko goes to camp with him and spar and I talk to him.
That's cool. Oh, that's nice, man. Yeah, he's about to whoop some ass in the heavyweight division, though. I can tell. But hey, they might fight each other. Your guy Glad and Usyk, they probably might end up fighting each other at some point. You never know.
And Michael Hunter too.
Oh yeah, you see his fight? I didn't even talk about Michael Hunter. You saw his fight? I don't rate him though.
No, I didn't see his fight.
Oh man, I don't rate. Well, I'll tell you what. When you see his fight, you can give me a call and we can do a live on that one because I wasn't overall impressed with Michael Hunter. Now, I wasn't impressed with him at all, man. You know about the Heather Hardy fight as well? Heather Hardy versus Amanda Serrano.
No, I see it.
Oh man, yeah. Well, that was on a Friday. I can understand. You busy in the gym training?
Did they fight in New York?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that card was on New York.
And you said Michael Hunter's fight didn't play you?
Yeah, he fought on that card. Michael Hunter fought on that card, undercard, right, on the zone. Yeah.
And he didn't impress you?
Nah, I wasn't impressed.
Okay. All right, then I want to see it now because if you wasn't impressed, I want to see it.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed because it's more to do with what they were saying about him, and as a potential heavyweight. And that was my first time actually watching him. I wasn't impressed. But listen to this. But Mr. You obviously
do you think Usyk could beat him again?
I was just gonna say that I didn't know Usyk fought him. Yeah, they told me Usyk gave him his first loss. Did Usyk stop him? How did that fight? What happened? And what was the result in that fight?
Yeah, not from the decision for Usyk, but I felt that they could have stopped that fight in the last round. I felt that Michael was taking excessive punishment in the last round, and certainly if there had been a 15-round fight, he would have stopped him.
100%. Okay.
I thought Michael took a lot of punishment in the very last round. The old Alexander Usyk, he took a lot of beating, and I thought he could have legitimately stopped that fight.
But he was taking the same whoop ass, and he was taking a bit of a beating. Well, not really a beating. He was taking a hit a lot, and I was looking at his back foot. When he throws his right hand, his back foot so far apart. But when he throws his right hand, you can see it coming. And I was just looking at technical things about him. It's more to do with his technical stance and stuff. I wasn't really impressed. And his size.
So how do you pair Michael Hunter versus Joe Joyce.
Oh, that's a Joe Joyce would probably beat him on size. Joe Joyce would probably beat him on the size but Joe Joyce is a robot though, man. He doesn't have no explosive. At least Michael Hunter, I think he has at least he changes the speed of his punches. But Joe Joyce is just tap tap tap. He still kind of fights amateur. That's a good fight actually. You know that would be interesting. But Joe Joyce, that could be interesting, and that could go either way. That could go either way, in my opinion. That could go either way. But I just looked at Michael Hunter and said,
I'm gonna have to catch up with Michael Hunter's fight. I'm gonna have to see that fight.
Yeah. When you watch it, then you see you might disagree with me, but I just looked at him and I said, and I think he's undersized for a heavyweight. I thought, boy, he ain't that big either. And I was looking at some of the big guys in there. I think they could whoop him. His hands are down as well. And I was like, yo, he didn't overly impress me. And he fought a big guy who was bigger than him, and the guy was walking him down. And I was like, I just wasn't overly impressed. Even though I think he knocked the guy down though, but I just wasn't overly impressed. But it's just my opinion and stuff like that. It's the first time I see him because I heard a lot about him coming into the fight, and I don't think I saw the Usyk fight. You know what I'm saying? I probably did though. I probably did see the fight and probably done commentary on it with Usyk, but it probably wasn't probably didn't stick in my mind. But hey, it is what it is.
Well, it's there on YouTube. You can see it.
Yeah, tell you what, I'm after the interview, I'm probably gonna watch it and then I might reassess my opinion. But just my opinion, but I wasn't impressed by it.
I'm gonna go to YouTube and we'll try to see the Kuzma fight. I'm gonna see if that's exactly why you wasn't impressed. So maybe
well, you know what?
I'm gonna watch the fight.
Yeah, if you can find out, if I send it to you.
No. I respect your opinion. That's why I said I'm gonna go and look at it, see why you wasn't impressed. Maybe I might feel the same way.
Yeah. All right, Mr.
Right now, I'm pretty high on him. But I'll look at the fight and I'll see why I wasn't impressed.
All right, cool. Hey, Mr. Bashir, man, y'all really appreciate you coming over on this evening and we talk boxing and stuff like that. So, hey.
Yes, I appreciate you too. Thank you.
Man. All right, man. We take care, Mr. Bashir. We'll talk soon.
And what time is it? It's about 3 o'clock in the morning, right?
2. It's 2 o'clock in the morning right now. Exactly 2.
Okay. All right, get to bed. I'll see you later.
All right. All right. Take care, Mr. Bashir. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Bye. Yo, it's Mr. James Ali Bashir, people, man. All right. So that's it, man. That was my for Mr. Bashir. So, hey, man, I'm off like Mr. Bashir, I'm going to be off the bed, man. Y'all guys take it easy. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.